teaches me art and crafts. We make slime. We play outdoor activities. We cycle around. We plant plants. And
we also paint, draw.
We do it during weekends and weekdays when we are free. I actually improved a lot in my painting. She's very kind to the neighbours as she greet and help them.
I feel it's good to greet them.
And it's the right thing to do. I feel happy because she's a very kind person and also creative, and she really helps me a lot.
When Manha saw a piece of garbage, she threw them in the recycle bin.
To save the environment.
She helped an old lady who was about to fall down from her wheelchair, and then me and Manha helped. One day I had a new haircut, and then one of my classmates made fun of me and said that I looked like a boy. And then Manha said that some people like it, but some people don't like it, and that gives me more confidence.
She is my best friend. Forever.
I nominated Sahana for Good Neighbours Award because she acted swiftly when she saw her neighbour's house was on fire.
At home, I was playing my toys, and I smelled smoke, and I called my mother. She went outside and she checked on my neighbor's window. Their house is on fire. Then I quickly ran and called the SCDF. I told them my address and they came quickly and they put out the fire.
It was actually Sahana's quick thinking that actually saved her neighbour house from further damage. With her courageous act, she actually set a good example for her friends and her classmates.
Since primary school, he have been teaching me my weak subject like science and math. He take good care of his surrounding, and whenever he sees litter, he will pick up and throw it into the rubbish bin. Leon is considerate and caring. Whenever he sees public sharing bike in the middle or beside the road, he will carry the bike to the correct places.
It will be inconvenient for the handicapped people. They will have to take a longer road if they can't pick up the bike by themselves.
I'm grateful that he helped me in my studies.
He helps out at the end of school terms, since I have most of my books at school.
Basically everyone needs that.
Yeah, most of them, but not you. So he will help me bring my stack of books from all the way from school back to my house doorstep. I also see him help his neighbours very often, carry bulky items from their house doorway area all the way down to the rubbish chute in the block. And since from day one until now, we've escalated from strangers to neighbours to right now we're best friends, I would say.
I nominate Lance to be a good neighbour because he truly cares for his community. Lance introduced me to playing basketball. He taught me new moves and actually started to get really interested into it. He also helps us by organising basketball sessions on Saturdays to have fun and while leading a healthy lifestyle. Lance have helped me in my schoolwork. He look at things at different perspectives. That really helps in my schoolwork. He is very caring and responsible, and it's been a great 3 years knowing him. Yeah.
I'm a mother of 3. At home, I have to see to my children because this is their growing years. And at the same time, I also have to do my own studies. Yeah, it's really not easy for me. Living close by is really helpful.
Yeah, I come in and motivate her most of the time.
My father had to go through emergency eye surgery, so that's where she actually helped me.
I don't feel good seeing her trouble every day. That's why I decided, to help her, at least to release the burden on her shoulders. That's the least I could do as a friend.
I'm very appreciative of her because I've never had such friend like her. Yeah.
I organize these rides on every Friday called Fast Friday because I found out there's a lot of people in our neighborhood who has interest in cycling.
Whenever my bicycle spoil, I will go to Ivan's house and he will help me repair. Not only he helps me with my bike, he also helps other members in the group to help fix their bicycle without charging them anything and nothing in return.
And when he's thirsty or hungry, I'll usually cook for him.
I'm happy to have such a good friend like you, Ivan.
Same here. Raining already, how?
You can stay at home, cook Maggie mee for me.
Okay.
I'll occasionally encounter Marvin with the other neighbours around the neighbourhood, striking up a friendly conversation, getting to know how they are, how they're doing right now.
Because I want to know more about the neighbourhood lifestyle and their habit, as well as their personal experience, so we can learn from each other.
Marvin's a very helpful and friendly neighbour ever since he has moved in for the first time. Then one time when I went overseas, Marvin offered to help me water my plants.
Because I think it's quite convenient, help our neighbour to water the plant.
During Chinese New Year, when I stepped out of the house, I realised that Marvin had actually decorated the entire corridor with Chinese New Year decorations. So I thought that was a very nice gesture to liven up the neighbourhood. Thank you very much for making the neighbourhood so much more livelier.
It's my pleasure to do so.
I am a 4th stage salivary gland cancer patient. I was unable to chew or swallow normal food. And my dear neighbour here, Pearl, she cooked nutritious soup for me and herbal tea for me. During the times when I had to travel to and fro from home to hospital, Pearl will be there to help me whenever I needed help. And she will always be on standby for me to help out with my children. And she always tells me not to overtire myself. She was there for me when I was ill. I really thank God for a neighbour and a sister like her.
They actually clean quite often, almost every alternate days.
My family, they like cleanliness a lot, so that's the reason we clean our common area also.
They often cook meal over to us, also invite us to their house also to eat and join them for dinner.
For inviting him is because we know that there are only 2 persons in the house, then most of the time they are working. So we find that why not we cook more, then we invite them also.
They truly deserve to be a good neighbour recognition, yup.
There was a time when I had a fracture in my own home where I couldn't walk. She ran to one of the neighbours, borrowed a wheelchair and took me to hospital. And she stayed with me throughout the whole night until I was warded. She has to travel every day after work. She will cook something and bring to the hospital for me, find out how I am, and then also even massage me in the hospital. I always treasure what she has done for me. Not that I called her for help, but she herself willingly comes to help me, and I'm very, very grateful.
When I just come out of hospital after giving birth, I needed urgent help or someone to cook. So it really tasted like it came from someone who did it with a lot of care and love.
It's also my hobby and my passion to cook.
I usually post his menu on Facebook. It's a very informal arrangement. You just WhatsApp him, saying that, hey, I'd like to, get dinner from you today, can or not. Then once it's done, he will just message you, say, hey, you can come collect already. So far from the food, it's always very nice, nutritious.
I'm very happy when people like my food.
So he will use the Facebook group to speak on the various barbecues that he organised. I am grateful to Mike for bringing his passion and sharing it with the whole estate.
During my lowest time, like my father was in hospital, Auntie Rose actually went to visit him, which is some more support that my father needs at the hospital. This kind of care of concern, right? It's like really inspired me because it's like good things, love and care, right, should be spread around because you never know like what of concern, right? It can actually make someone's day, right, actually better. This is what Auntie Rose taught me. This is the best way that I can appreciate her and say thank you to her that what she has done throughout all this year as a neighbour, as an auntie, who cares for my family and cares for the neighbour. That's the main reason why I nominate her.